Yeah, what it do, what it do, what it do. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Most definitely hit that bell icon. That's a notification bell that alerts you all content that would drop to my YouTube channel. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up, the AKA the like button. YouTube appreciate that. S.L.R Media TV appreciate that. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I need everybody to spin the block. Go to my second YouTube channel, S.L.R Sports News TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment over there. All it helps both of my channels grow, get more viewers, more subscribers, pushes my channels further to the YouTube algorithm. Also, I need all my subscribers and future subscribers to go to my TikTok. Go support my TikTok channel, S.L.R Media TV. We on the road to 10,000 followers, getting very close to 10,000 followers, over 200 plus thousand likes on my TikTok channel. So go over there. Let's blow my TikTok channel up. It's doing very great. Let's take it to the extra height. If you like the content, you like what I do, make sure you hit the Cash App. Cash App is pinned in the ticker. You're looking for the like. You're looking for the like button. It's the three dots at the top right hand side. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my future subscribers. And Bryce Young, we trust Arizona Cardinals picks and predictions. This is gonna be a quick live. I'm be in and out. Got a barbershop appointment at 10, so we're gonna make this fast. I'm not gonna be here no 2 or 3 hours. So I want to do my picks and predictions, get that on out the way. Got a big time game tomorrow. So yeah, get ready. Cologne, Cologne, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Smash that like button, Cologne. Share the live. Let everybody know. Let everybody know S.L.R is in the building. We here. Let's look at Bryce. Get mad. Will we see the same Tissot attempted by Bryce tomorrow at 4 o'clock? I don't think people understand how big this game is for Bryce Young and his future of currently being the starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. This is a huge game for Bryce. Even if Carolina lose, Bryce Young still has to play good to keep his job for him to be the starting quarterback week 3 in the home opener. That's how big this game is for Bryce. Because Bryce may go in week 3, not the starting quarterback. That's what the Carolina Panthers are currently looking at. If Bryce Young continues to play the way he's played, like in week 1. See, a lot of y'all think that Bryce Young is going to be the starter at week 1. No, this is the NFL. You're not guaranteed nothing. I don't give a damn how piss poor that you play. You're not starting. You're not going out there. You're not embarrassing me, and you're not embarrassing the fans. You want to go out there and get booed? You want to go out there and get booed by your home crowd? I don't think the Carolina Panthers even want to try that right there. I don't think they want to try. Here we go, fruitcake Bryce. Yeah, yeah. I am hearing that Bryce had expedited his fruit cups, heavy syrup with extra cherries. I am hearing that Bryce will have his fruit cups with his extra cherries in Arizona. Now I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but that's the word that I'm hearing. That Mr. Fruit Cup will have his fruits. So we're gonna see on that. We most definitely gonna see. But what I do know, this is our
Great
starting
power
quarterback.
comes great responsibility.
Unbelievable.
Great power comes great responsibility.
This is y'all elite quarterback. This is y'all elite quarterback. You understand what I'm saying? That's what elite looks like in the Spider Man outfit. Yeah, I'm ready for this game. I'm ready. Ready, ready. Everything is looking good for S.L.R. Everything's looking real good. That's why I gotta get in. I gotta get in where you fit in. You better get in on the hottest Carolina Panther content creator, the hottest channel on YouTube. You better get in while you fit in. Cause once I close the door, ain't nobody gonna be able to get in. Telling y'all, I'm trending up, up and up and up. The stock is rising. Yeah, I have the Arizona Cardinals. I have the Arizona Cardinals beating the Carolina Panthers 24-10. You know I love that team with the Carolina Panthers. I may think that that might be Dave Canales' favorite number, 10. Yeah, yeah. Cause see, cause see, I'm pretty sure I am the only one right now, currently right now, that is calling for Dave Canales to be, fired immediately. I'm calling for it. See, I told you I'm gonna get in the forefront. I'm going to get in the forefront of this because I know y'all coming. But see, I want to get in the forefront. I want to be the leader of it. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all follow behind me because I got on firing Dave Canales. I'm the one that told you that Dave Canales cannot coach. He's head over heel. He's not head coaching material. He's not ready. You're going to find out Sunday. You're going to find out Sunday real fast about Dave Canales. Doesn't change. And for that simple fact that I don't believe in the head coach, I got Arizona beating the Carolina Panthers and stopping the losing streak against the Carolina Panthers. It's not going to be an aired out game. It's going to be a game of trenches. Who offensive line and who defensive line is going to play better. And then it's going to trickle down to the run game. This is going to be a battle of the trenches and, and can get who can get the most turnovers. That's what it's exactly going to be. I believe Bryce is a turnover machine. Kyler Murray can be the turnover machine, but I believe in that coaching staff will find ways so Kyler Murray won't hurt the team. Where Dave Canales is going to find ways to hurt the Carolina Panthers. This is a huge game for Bryce Young and Dave Canales. It's a lot riding on this game. It's a lot because if the Carolina Panthers lose Sunday, the media, once again, let me tell you again, the media will now focus on Dave Canales and the coaching staff. And once they do that, Dave Canales, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Your job is on the line this season. Once the media gets a hold of your coaching ability, Dave, and let me give you a heads up, Dave. They're already doing it. They're already questioning you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. See, the media already got one foot out on Bryce. It's gonna be this game or the Atlanta game that's gonna put the other foot out, and then they're done with Bryce. Dude, to save his job because the media will not let up. They won't. Once the media has no faith in you, it's over for you. I don't give a damn what the fan base say. I don't give a damn what the content creators say. You can't say Bryce. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can't say Bryce. I can't say him either because I have no faith in him. I have no faith in when he do stuff like this. Nah, ain't nothing but a. Ain't nothing. He probably told Dave Canales, please stop fucking talking to me, Dave. Leave me alone, Dave. You know how Bryce be with his little whiny ass. Be crying all the time. Just let me breathe, Dave. Trying to tell you. Oh, it's coming. It's most definitely coming for sure. For sure. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna hear what other people are saying about the Carolina Panthers and what they think about the upcoming game. Yeah. he said he said Bryce is a wannabe about Spider-Man. Yo, he's a wannabe Spider-Man. You gotta go you gotta go try out for the next Spider-Man movie. Be an extra or something. Do something. Find another career path. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Yeah. Can't believe our quarterback is wearing a Spider-Man. Man, this is ridiculous. Unbelievable. Let me, man, one more time. One more time. Let's get to the price.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Great power comes with great
Great
responsibility.
power comes great responsibility.
That's your boy, Bryce Dipper Young. Yeah. See what I can find. Let's see what we got. See what they holler about the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, make sure y'all tap in tonight. I will be doing the fight. I will be going live for the fight. Tap in tonight. Tell everybody, lock it in. Come to S.L.R Media TV. We're having a fight tonight. Lock in. Canelo versus Terrence Crawford. Lock in. Lock in. Yeah. Fight night. Then we got the game tomorrow night. Lock in. Let's hear. Let's hear from our. Yeah. Let's hear. Let's hear from let's hear from Bryce Young. Yeah. Let's hear from Bryce. Alone said Bryce Spider Man, get the out of here. Yep. Yep. That's what he is. Goddamn. He's a wannabe. I heard his room is decked out with Spider Man. I heard. That's what I'm hearing now. I'm hearing that he still got a Lego system. He's still on Lego blocks. Yeah. Said Bryce can't be a grown up, still wanna be a kid. I heard he liked Chuck E. Cheese. See if we can get some of this. Let's hear from one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. All y'all wanna blame is Xavier get all this and that. Nah. Blame Bryce and Dave Canales. Leave Xavier Leggett alone. He's that wanna be Bryce Spider Man. Yep. That's his Halloween costume too. Just to let y'all know. That's what Bryce is wearing for Halloween. Spider Man, for sure. The worst quarterback in the NFL. Let's hear Bryce Young and what Bryce Young talking about on the road to Arizona. Let's hear what Bryce got to say about the Arizona Cardinals and the game plan, what they got going on. Yeah, he most definitely like Chuck E. Cheese. I heard it. He loves Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, birthday party going down, Chuck E. Cheese for sure. Let's hear y'all favorite quarterback, Mr. Elite, Bryce Dipper Young. Where we at?
Things that practices between guys like that. What are you guys coming off of the loss?
Yeah, just wanting to make sure that we're competing. This is obviously Wednesdays are always big days. Work days for us. So guys want to compete, want to be the best that they can, and there's competition and stuff. So it's good to see guys compete. All of us working hard on the same goal as we have all year.
You also said there was urgency. I mean, did you see examples of that today coming off the way you guys played?
Yeah, that's one of the things that we've been stressing. Just want to be efficient, want to be urgent, want to make sure that we're moving and operating smoothly. And all the guys took that to heart. So it's we're doing a great job there, and just on us to continue to keep going.
Right, so that's one thing Coach Canales was talking about. You're getting to the line quicker and get plays off quicker. What can be done with that? And do you feel like that process needs to be sped up a little?
We just want to make sure we're urgent getting into the huddle and getting out of the huddle. I'm getting lined up quick. That's something that we want to take pride in. So that's been the message.
In reviewing film, what did Tedero bring to this offense in his first game? What did he give to you specifically?
Yeah, he did a great job. Great job of being precise with a lot of things. That's something for someone's first NFL game. It's easy to see for a young guy, their technique goes out the way, or things, all the little things, right, the details that we had talked about, that we worked on in practice and camp, it translated over to the field. So he did a great job.
For him early on third downs and often on third downs, what's the level of trust you have in him? He's a rookie.
Yeah, I have a ton of trust in him, all the confidence in the world in him, and that goes with the entire receiving core. I'm super grateful to have the receiving core that I have. I trust all those guys, all the work that they put in, all the stuff that they do, that not everyone gets to see in meetings and practice. So yeah, I'm grateful for the group that we have.
Bryce, what impact did T-Mac have on the game beyond the catches? What impact did you see?
Yeah, just him being consistent. Him being the person he is day in and day out. That translates to Sunday. And we all. I'm grateful for the entire group of guys.
He called the long one in the end zone. It should have been an easy catch for him. What did you guys discuss after that about that play?
Yeah, I definitely want to be able to make that easier on him. It was a good coverage by the DV. It was a good play all around. I want to make sure that I can give him a ball, and we all have that growth mindset. So that's kind of how we all look at it.
Some of the snap exchange with Austin, is there anything that was identified as maybe this is fixable? Is easy? Anything?
I mean, for me, honestly, that stuff isn't stuff that when you guys asked me about it, I didn't even notice it until you guys asked me about it. That's part of the game. It's not something that affects me, not something that's going on. And Core's a competitor. Of course, he wants to be perfect, as we all want to be perfect. But that's part of the game. And regardless of anything, we have to execute.
I'm sorry if you've been asked this before. How much was the fourth down play?
Swing into.
Yo, this motherfucker Bryce. Bryce is so robotic. So robotic. You pretty much know what he going to say before he even say it. I told you it's like Bryce got a built-in program in him. I promise he got a built-in program in him. And goddamn, they put the SD card in him. Bryce downloads it and goes on out there. Like AI. The motherfucker's like an AI. Just generic, the same shit. Let's hear more from Bryce Young running his damn lip.
Miscommunication amongst things. Didn't get things done operationally. sucks, but we're on to a new week. That's something that's in the past, and now it's all about the Cardinals.
What's your mindset coming into this week?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a great opportunity against a really good team. Have a ton of respect for them, for their defense, for their players, for their scheme. It's going to be a great challenge for us, and we get another opportunity to throughout this week, and the opportunity to be at our best. So anytime we get a game, it's a blessing.
What you've seen from Arizona thus far, where do they pose the biggest challenge?
Yeah, they do a great job in they have a lot of complexity and scheme and try to change up looks and do different things, but um, when you do that and you see that a lot of times, you can see busts and you can see things. They do a great job of communicating that. You can tell they're comfortable in that system. They do different things, but they're all on the same page. Again, which is a great challenge for us. They have a lot of really good players. So again, for us, we know it's going to take everything. We know it's going to take a great week of preparation, and we're excited for the challenge.
Last year you took the Cardinals to task, went to overtime. How much do you look at that game, kind of anything that you remember from that game that you're wanting and trying to focus on specifically for yourself going into this week?
Yeah, it's a new year. That doesn't entitle us to anything. Again, anything that happens in the past is the past. So for us, it's a new year, new season, new team. We're going in there, just want to do whatever it takes to win.
Though, in the familiarity with that scheme for an out of division opponent that's maybe you don't necessarily get every season.
I think that you get a different standpoint, and like you said, often you don't see those out of division guys. Often us being able to see them is interesting, but again, it's a different team. They have different guys out there. A lot of the same guys, but they have new people, new pieces. Watching the game last week again, it's a really good group, really good unit. Obviously, I watched the defense side of the ball. And we have a ton of respect for them, so we have to be at our best this weekend.
Where Buda Baker is factor into what you're doing pre-snap. You're coming to the line out of the huddle.
Yeah, that's obviously a big factor of what they do defensively. Buda's a great player, does a great job in running pass game, and is able to do a lot of unorthodox things when you compare it to the rest of the league. So obviously it's something that we talk about. We know that we have to have a plan, and again we have a ton of respect for him, for the rest of the defense. So we're excited for that challenge.
Your evaluation of Josh and just game starting the position.
Yeah, Josh did a great job. Again, it's tough. That was a really good D line that he's going against. Really good edge rushers that they had. And for him to come in kind of short notice. With you have a whole off season knowing what you think is going to happen, and coming in, being able to step up, play fast. I was super happy with how he played. I love the competitiveness. That's the type of person he is. Works really hard. Great guy. Always working to be the best. So I was really happy with him and the rest of the line. I think they played great.
What's your process like on a Tuesday, Wednesday when it's time to kind of turn the page and go from the previous one to what you've got to do to prepare?
Yeah, we come in on Monday, we watch the film, we do Tell the Truth Monday as coach has it. We go in with a growth mindset, watch every play, analyze everything, talk about it. And then we figure out, what is it that we can take from there, learn from there. And then we have a deadline of, we come back to a meeting and now we're on to the next team. So for us on Monday, we went, watched the film, talked about it in team meeting, unit meeting. And we went back, took a break, and we were right on the Cardinals. So, it's just, being able to turn that page. Now, for us, again, we have to do everything we can. We have a ton of respect for them. So, it's all about the preparation it takes.
Easier said than done. How long did it take you to learn how to line and
I mean, that's the nature of the sport. Whatever level, whatever it is, you got to play again next week. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever it is. You don't go into the next game winning or losing. Nothing you do carries over. So, you get a lot of practice throughout playing sports.
Bryce, real quick, have you had a chance to try the Bank of America, the new sandwich inspired by Xavier Leggins?
I haven't yet. The preseason games, I have been, active in them, so I haven't gotten to try it. But I think I've seen the like commercials around it, so I definitely got to give it a try. Appreciate you guys.
So you heard from Bryce. You heard from Bryce Young. Pretty much the same Bryce we done seen for the past 2 years solid. No fire, no urgency, no intentions to want to go out there and prove a point. just a whole bunch of blabber, a whole bunch of yah blah blah talk by Bryce Young, and a whole lot of scratching. A whole lot of scratching. I told y'all Bryce does not like the Carolina Panthers weather, air, nothing. This is just a place, this is just a state in the city that he works at and he pay taxes. That's it. He likes the California air. He likes the California sun, the breeze. He said he doesn't even itch when he's in Cali. He does not like the humidity here. He does not like nothing about North Carolina or South Carolina. You're just a paycheck to Bryce Dipper Young. That's all it is. I hate to hurt y'all feelings, but I do love to hurt y'all feelings. As I say again, I have the Arizona Cardinals beating the Carolina Panthers 24-10. So by that, what that 10 points say that the Carolina Panthers put on the board if they do, but we already know Carolina Panthers they good for 7 or 10 anywhere in that range. They ain't tapping the 20. That's an indictment on Dave Canales. Listen to S.L.R. when I tell y'all he's going to lose the locker room very, very soon. He's going to lose the locker room. Dave Canales may not even last a whole season. Yes. Listen what I'm telling y'all. I'm not y'all be like, oh, you trolling, you trolling. What I'm saying now, okay. Okay. Y'all say that. Then double back and come back later on. Be like, damn, S.L.R., how you know that? Been trying to tell y'all so scared to lose Dave Canales. Y'all just don't get it. All the bad play calling that he's done did last season, um, not playing Bryce in preseason last season and this season, and y'all still give him the vote of confidence. Y'all still backing him. Y'all have the nerves to say, you're a trip because he never had his quarterback. So what? There's a lot of NFL coaches that don't get a chance to get their quarterback because there's a quarterback that's already in play right here. You get hired to fix this quarterback. I don't pay you to want to have suggestions, to want to go get your quarterback. It doesn't work like that. How we know about Dave? How we know how good he is? He never had. So what? Once again, you get the luxury of picking your quarterback if you get that opportunity as a head coach. But if you get hired and you know when you signed your name on that contract and you knew in the fine print they hired you to fix Bryce Dipper Young. That's your job, Dave Canales. They did not hire you to come in David Tepper's office and say, I need my quarterback so I could be successful as a head coach. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And it ain't. And I'm telling you now, Dave Canales will be fired. Courtesy of S.L.R. Media TV. Yes, sir. That's just what we do over here. You understand what I'm saying? It's just what we do over here. You understand? We are a very loyal Carolina Panther fan base, activists, all of that. Yeah, yeah. I am. I am an activist too for my Carolina. Cause see, y'all don't understand when I go out here in these streets, in these places, when I'm wearing my Carolina Panther stuff. I have to be an activist when I wear that because people are asking me questions of what's going on with this team, and I just have to let them know, and I give it to them. And as I learned, I just broke it down to them. It's just as simple. Trust the process. That's all. That's all. Trust the process. Everything will be all right. Don't let this team ruin your day. Don't let this team interfere in none of your happiness because it don't in mine. Trust the process. Keep it moving. I'm gonna let y'all stress about it. Then I'm gonna just go on my channel and give y'all that true sermon. The The one y'all be trying to hide from, trying to shield from. Nah, don't hide. Don't hide. Just man up. Be a be a man. Just man up. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hold on for a minute.
Oh, obviously not good enough. The turnovers, the explosive plays. I thought our tackling was not great. We let a couple of plays out that, we had stopped, essentially for nothing. And, we let them get through to the second level. I think anytime you have 4 turnovers in a game, you give an offense with a bunch of weapons, more opportunities. This is the outcome. This is what happens here. I'm proud of the guys for finishing, proud of them for continuing to play. But they know as well as I know that's not good.
Oh yeah. Um, Cologne said, "You gonna watch the fight tonight?" Yes, sir. I'm covering the fight tonight. Come and join in. I'm going live for the fight tonight on the channel. Pull up. Let everybody know. Spread the word around. Tell everybody. Pull up. I'm going live tonight. I need all eyes on my channel. Going live tonight for the fight for sure. I was gonna do it on my second channel, but I ain't. I'm going live on this channel tonight. Yeah, tap in. We in the building. Canelo, Crawford, and I do have Canelo beating Crawford for sure. For sure. You don't move up 3 weight classes or 2 weight classes and think you're gonna be the guy that's already been dominating that weight class. It ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. 12 rounds, it's not gonna happen. Terrence Crawford gonna get tired. Canelo gonna be beating them arms. Canelo's gonna be a little faster, a little more swiffy. Yeah, it's gonna be too much for Terrence. I'm sorry, Terrence. This is easy money for Canelo. Easy money. I got Canelo. Shout out to my Mexican. Shout out to Mexico. Yeah. Let's get back to the content.
But it was a good chance to just look at them in the eye and say, look, this is where we are at right now. And we got to look at the tape. We have to grow from this. We have to take care of the basic things that we've been working on and just take a next step this week. So, but certainly disappointed in how we played today, especially with all the things that we emphasize.
Dave, given the way the passing game was operating, when you decided to go empty on 4th and 1,
yes,
what's the logic behind that?
Yeah, we just liked our matchup. Felt like we had a good concept right there, and it didn't work out. But that was a situation where it's a play that we know. Wanted to put our guys in a comfortable position with good answers for it, and we didn't execute.
At the end of that play, Bryce comes to the sideline. You said something to him. He said something back. He slammed his helmet. Was he upset with the play call?
I'm never going to share that kind of stuff with publicly. I think that's just something that he and I will work through, and talk about. But his frustration wasn't directed at me in that. We were just talking about we got to keep playing ball, and I've been in situations, I've been in these games. I'm sitting there with an onside kick opportunity, thinking, shoot, let's get it, let's go score again, let's see if we can make it happen quickly, and trying to keep hope alive there. But I think it was just a frustrating day in general. So
I don't want to hear him talk. The more he talk, the more he pisses me off. I don't even want to hear it. I'm done with him for the day. I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing else. Yeah. But yeah, though. It's want to come on here, you know what I'm saying, get my little picks and predictions real fast. Yeah, most definitely. We'll be going live. We'll be going live Sunday. Game starts at 4 o'clock. So make sure you tap in. Tell everybody, join in, get in where you fit in. Yeah. Going live. We're gonna watch the debacle. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Oh, Bryce Dipper Young. Oh, we're gonna go to Arizona. It's gonna be an ugly game. It's gonna be an ugly game. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. It's not gonna be pleasing. It's not gonna be pleasing at all. But somebody gotta win. Somebody gotta win. Once again, my score prediction 24-10. Arizona. You know the Carolina Panthers love that 10. You know they love 10. So that's why I'm going with that. You know, I had no faith in Bryce or Kyler Murray, honestly, to tell you the truth. But see, I ain't an Arizona fan. But I most definitely don't want my Carolina Panthers to be stuck or confined or shackled down like the Arizona Cardinals are with Kyler Murray. Nah. We already making a mistake, just like they went and got Marvin Harrison Jr. and we went and got T-Mac. Are we following the same footsteps as the Arizona Cardinals? I hope not. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Big fight tonight, though. Tap in. I'm going live tonight. Yeah, big fight. Yeah. We in the building. We in the building. Yeah. I already told y'all. I got Canelo standing on that. Yeah. It'll be a miracle. A miracle for Terrence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez. A miracle, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah. See, Canelo got to win because, see, this one of these fights where Canelo lose. Yeah, this is retirement. He got to retire. You can't even come back and fight nobody, Canelo. You let a guy come up there in there 2 or 3 weights to beat you in your own weight class. That's not good. You're done. Mm-mm. You know how many fighters will be lining up to fight you, Canelo? If you lose to Terrence Crawford, you don't want that. You don't want that. You can't control the board no more. You don't want that. Nah. It ain't even a payday no more for these guys. These guys just they try to beat you because they beat you. Shit's worth more than a payday. See, nah. You gonna smash Terrence Crawford. Yeah. Yep, for sure. Mm-hmm. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the live, share the live. I had to come in and go live on you real fast, little quick went in. I was supposed to did this yesterday. Shit, I got busy. Do one. Might come back and do another live later on today. I don't know. Carolina Panthers should already be in Arizona. I think they was in Arizona. I think they left Thursday. Well, nah, they probably left Friday. They probably left yesterday. Yeah, they should be there today. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Dave Canales, number 5, the Panthers head coach, entering year 3. If they have a disaster this year, I think David Tepper, in lieu of throwing a drink on a fan, may fill out a pink slip for Dave Canales. If they have a disaster. And I know there's kind of a vibe that, hey, maybe the Panthers are going to. Maybe they will. I don't know. But I know this. There's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9 teams at the end of the year. Feeling is going to be, they suck. What are they going to do to get better? And if the Panthers fall into that band of teams, could be they disband the coaching staff and David Tepper finds somebody else.
Don't get hot in the hot seat like
You heard that. Y'all think I be playing. I think Dave Canales going to survive. Yeah, we'll see. Well, yeah, we'll see about that shit. I just want to survive.
I know it's only week 1 with the Panthers, but I'm almost ready to quit for the whole season. I'm almost ready to just throw away the whole team. They got 1, maybe 2 more Sundays left in me, or I'm done. Bryce Young is not the answer. I've been saying it since his rookie year that we should have just gotten to CJ and then been through with it. But we got Bryce and we got to deal with it. But he is not the answer. I'm going to give y'all 2 more Sundays. After that, I'm done. Keep pounding.
Damn. Just like that. Damn, that's crazy. Damn, I give it up just like that. Damn.
Let me show you one of the most concerning things about the game yesterday. So this is the data about the pressure rate. Pressure rate essentially means how much pressure is that defensive line. It's not sacks. It's how much pressure is that defensive line putting on an opposing quarterback. The Carolina Panthers put their number was 13%. 13%, that's lower. I know we haven't had a Monday night game, so Chicago and Minnesota haven't played, but that's the lowest number of any team. I don't understand. If you're Dan Morgan, if you're Canales, if you went to go get Scorton, if you went to go get Princely, why are they playing less than 10 snaps? It literally makes no sense. You did not draft these players, make trades for these players. You traded. You did some finagling with Denver to go get these players. Let them play. Pat Jones and Wanham, who I think had a fine game, play your rookies. It's just so disappointing to me that if this, and it's week 1, I get it, but Evero's not going to make it the whole season if we're going to put 13% on opposing quarterbacks. It was atrocious.
All right, let's run down what we saw in week 1 against Jacksonville. Quarterback looked like shit. Chuba Hubbard looked okay. The run blocking looked okay. Pass blocking is absolute dumpster juice. Tight ends, Jatavian Sanders still can't catch for whatever reason. I don't know what happened to him. Tommy Trimble's slow as shit. Wide receivers can't get open besides Ted McMillan. Xavier Legette's looking like a fucking bust, of course. Defensively, we can't get pressure on the quarterback. Our linebackers are the worst linebacking group, maybe in NFL history, but definitely in the league right now. Secondary looked okay. They gave up some passing yards to Lawrence, but that's whatever. But on the whole, this is all on Canales, man. We knew as fans that the starters needed more time in the preseason, and now we've wasted a week shaking off this fucking rust. And now it impacts team morale, and it impacts what they expected themselves and what they think they can be. And so we've wasted week 1. We're probably going to waste week 2, and there's a chance now. I think we're going to go into the first home game at 0-2 with the fan base completely checked out. But yeah, that's my rundown, and I wish it had gone down differently. But I did say in my prediction video that this was going to happen, that the offense was going to look bad, and everyone was going to sound the alarm bells. And I wish, of all the games that I predicted in that post, I wish that was one that I was wrong about. But I wasn't, because it was.
Okay. So are you guys just as sick of the Panthers as I am? It's like every freaking year we start out horrible. They were not ready to play today. And, you know, they all this talking about, oh, we've had a good practice. Oh, this has been great. Oh, this has been great. Oh, we're going to fear the Carolina Panthers. Ain't nobody fearing the Carolina Panthers right now. What's to fear? Bryce Young is not the answer, okay? Now, I don't say I don't like Bryce Young because I do. And yeah, last year he stepped up in that second half after he got benched, but he did not show up today. Defense, once again, Everoy, Jerry, whatever his freaking name is, that defensive coordinator we've had for the last 3 years has never been able to stop the run. And Jaguars ran all over us. I'm tired, okay? I am tired. I've been a fan since they started. This is the only team I will ever root for. I love the Panthers. But I am tired. Very, very tired.
To the Carolina Panthers social media team, don't piss me off this morning. Because every time we get destroyed, y'all never want to talk about what happened. You want to talk about, hey, let's watch the defensive tackles do the hot chip challenge. I don't want to see that. Okay, I don't want to see Derek Brown finish the song lyrics. I don't care what Bryce Young has for a pregame meal. I don't want to hear about Xavier Legette's horse dollar bill. I don't want to hear that. You know what I do want to see? I want to see them in that locker room devastated. So I know they care. Okay? I want to see Bryce Young in the film room. I want to see J.C. Horn going in on the DBs. I want to see practice. I want to see passion. I want to see that they want to win. I don't need any of this. Y'all are gonna sit here and have Sir Purr doing whatever dance. None of that. We need to focus. If it's gonna be another year of disaster, fine, but don't gaslight me again, please. There's nothing good about yesterday. Nothing. How about we make a video about locking in? Let's do that.
What happened to the Carolina Panthers down in Jacksonville? You spend all offseason getting excited. You start talking all the shit. You hear it's Bryce Young's breakout year. The team's going to look a lot different. Okay. Let me put on my Carolina Panthers jersey again. Let me put on my Carolina Panthers hat. By halftime of week 1, you look like an absolute goofball. Oh my God. Look at this guy. He's wearing a Carolina Panthers jersey. Is he all right? No. I'm not okay because we just got ransacked again. We cannot do this for another year. Please. This is the overall overreaction. Xavier Legette cannot have you on the field. Cannot have you on the field. If you're not going to block, if you're not going to catch the ball and keep your feet in bounds from a good pass, and what else did you do? We can't have you on the field. Where's Jalen Coker? That quad, we can't have this. Ejeri Vero, the scheme is terrible, my boy. We get ran on every single game. 200 plus yards. I don't know how many yards we actually gave up. It had to be at least 200 on the ground. Where was Derek Brown? He's one of the best defensive tackles in the league, and we can't even get him in on a play. The scheme is terrible. We need Icky back. Right now. This team, you see the Saints. They scored more points than we did. You see the Bucks and the Falcons. It's like levels, and we're not on the same level. We look like doo-doo. Can we please not do this for another year? Please.
Yes, it's easy to focus on Bryce Young. And I think everybody's in agreement that Bryce Young was not good. Even the peanut punch, I get it. That's a heads up play. That's Jacksonville just playing better than you, which that gets to the larger problem. Why did they look prepared and you didn't? And I know this sounds like a broken record hindsight situation, but I still think Dave Canales screwed up with his preseason approach. Okay. You had red flags that popped up against Houston and you took them off the field rather than, no, you go work this damn thing out. And then they didn't play in the third preseason game.
As Roy Williams used to love to say, we could play the game in Alaska. It doesn't matter.
True.
Right? Like, they could have played the whole preseason. See the Giants. And their offensive line was awful.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson's going to get benched because he was awful.
Yeah.
But they were on fire in the preseason. So I hear what you're saying about the preseason. But the truth of the matter is the Panthers have a lack of talent.
Mm-hmm.
They have a loft problem. It was not solved in the offseason. They're trying on the offense, but defensively, oof.
For the second straight year, the Carolina Panthers looked ill-prepared to play an NFL game to begin the season under head coach Dave Canales. We saw communication issues and operational issues on offense. Maybe you'd like to give him a pass because it's just his second year as head coach, but then you'd have to remember that the Jacksonville Jaguars were led by a rookie head coach in Liam Cohen, who made Canales look like an amateur in just his first game as a head coach. The Jags won 26-10. Quarterback Bryce Young also didn't look good, throwing 2 interceptions and fumbling the ball away. 3 total giveaways in this game, making this the third straight year that Young has had multiple giveaways in the first game of the season. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a trend. So now the microscope sits on 2 people who are supposed to turn this franchise around. The hotshot young offensive-minded coach that still hasn't turned the Panthers' offense into a true threat, and the number 1 overall pick that the franchise traded so much for. My question is, why aren't these 2 on the same page in year 2 already? Is Dave Canales in over his head as a head coach? Is Bryce Young a bust? Maybe it's both. Canales did help turn other quarterbacks around at other stops. However, his offensive starters only had 18 total snaps together in the preseason, none of which came when he was calling the plays. Ill-prepared, as I stated earlier. Canales and Young better shape it up quickly, because if there is an improvement from last year's 5-12 finish, well, both could be looking for new homes. The Panthers play at Arizona this Sunday.
Yes, Bryce Young didn't lose the game. The Carolina Panthers lost the game. The defense, once again, gave up 200 yards rushing for the 7th straight game. It's not all on Bryce. There were drops in that game. There were busts in that game. It was a organizational team failure on Sunday down in Jacksonville. The problem is the way Bryce Young played was not new to us. It was awfully familiar. We have seen that Bryce Young before, and that is what the problem is with him.
He was watching the helmet. He was watching the helmet.
So I got a question. How many more chances is Bryce Young going to get? I mean, ever since he was drafted with the number 1 overall pick, when the only person in the Panthers organization that wanted to take him was the owner of the Panthers. Everybody else, it was reported, wanted CJ Stroud. And look how it turned out. I mean, sure, you can blame the Panthers as a team, you know, their organization, the way they built the team around him. Maybe that has something to do with his poor development. But at some point, you got to put the focus on Bryce Young. I mean, look, this is the season where it's basically his last shot. He was benched last year after playing only 12 games, and this is how he starts his first game of this season. Barely 50% completion rate, 154 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. on an average of 4.4 yards per completion? Come on now, with a QBR of 20. 20. And then when you look at his career so far, his first 2 years, the numbers don't get much better. This was his first year. 2,877 yards, 11 touchdowns, 10 picks. They won 2 games. I mean, even last year's numbers, when he got benched after 12 games, he had more touchdowns, less picks, and a higher QB rating. His completion percentage was about the same, but still. And then he comes out like this with his first game. Like, come on, man. I'm just trying to figure out at what point are people allowed to label guys a bust? How does he have to perform this year? Like, how bad does he have to perform before we can call him a bust? Because quite honestly, I don't see his numbers from week 1 improving that much. I mean, sure, he's not going to have that bad of a game every single week, but I don't see, a massive jump in his stats in the near future. To me, it seems like Bryce Young is the kind of guy that will be a career backup and will be a solid backup on any team he's on. But as a full-time starter, he's just not cutting it.
Panthers fans, don't start that overreacting to Bryce Young stuff. Don't start that Bryce Young ain't this and Bryce Young ain't that and we need a new. Stop that. Don't even start that. Bryce Young showed you the second half of last season how good he is. This is week 1. Don't start that. And I don't think he played a horrible game. Coach Cherry, he had 3 turnovers. I know. Now, this is what I want to see from Bryce Young more. That right there. Pocket breaks down. Nobody's open. Just go. Use your athleticism. That's what I want to see more from Bryce Young. And you got out of bounds, so it's a safe play. 2 interceptions. One of those interceptions is not his. That one of them should have been caught. So I'm not giving him one of those interceptions because that pass should have been caught. The lost fumble and the other pick, 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers. But you gotta remember, he and the starters didn't get a lot of preseason reps. These are the reps they should have had in the preseason. They're getting their reps now. So you're gonna have to be patient. And maybe even next week in Arizona, it might look similar. Week 3 against New England, I think you'll see the real Panthers. I have a question though. What are the Panthers? Because if I'm a defensive coordinator, if I'm the Arizona Cardinals defensive coordinator, and I'm watching the week 1 film, I'm saying, I'm taking away Tissot McMillan. Because on film, what other receiving threat did you see? If you're a D coordinator, what other receiving threat did you see that you would say, oh, that guy can hurt us? Who did you see? If I'm a D coordinator, I'm taking away T-Mac and I'm saying, you got to beat me with somebody else in the passing game. You got to beat me with somebody else. I'm taking that. No. Sliding a safety over. My number 1 corners on T-Mac, double coverage, something. Now, the Panthers' run game was fine. They averaged 4.5 yards a carry. Chuba Hubbard averaged almost 4 yards a carry. Bryce had 5 rushes for 40 yards. Rico Dowdle had 3 carries for 12 yards. Even ETN had a carry for 4 yards. So it's about 4.5 yards per carry. I'll take that. They just got down by so much. They had to kind of get away from it. But moving forward, I think they'll play better. But my question is, if a defense decides to take away Tissot McMillan, who's your next option?
Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Make sure you go to my second YouTube channel, S.L.R Sports News TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment over there. We'll be going live tonight for the fight. So make sure you hit the notification and be ready. We'll be going live for the fight tonight. We'll be going live tomorrow for the big time game between Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Will Bryce Young be the starter in week 3? We will find out. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Carolina Panthers, Carolina Panther Nation. Keep pounding. Peace.
Great power comes great responsibility. Great power comes great responsibility. Great power comes great responsibility. Great power comes great responsibility.